everyone, it's John from What Up, and welcome back to another video. Now today we're talking rumors and conjecture about Season 2 and Season 3 of The Wheel of Time. So if you're new to the channel, you don't know what we do here. We talk Wheel of Time show news. We also talk about The Wheel of Time, and whether it be official, rumors, leaks, behind-the-scenes stuff, castings, we talk about all of it. And if that's up your alley, if you like that sort of thing, make sure you click the subscribe button and the notification bell, because we usually put out 1 to 2 videos per week, and they're all Wheel of Time centric. All right, that being said, we're talking about Season 2 and Season 3 of The Wheel of Time today. So I do have to give a bit of a spoiler warning. So, spoiler warning. In today's video, since we're talking about Season 2 and 3 of The Wheel of Time, if you have not seen the first season, that's episodes 1 through 8 in Prime Video. If you've not read the first 4 books, that's The Eye of the World, The Great Hunt, The Dragon Reborn, and The Shadow Rising of Robert Jordan's Wheel of Time series, be forewarned, I'm going to ruin plot points and character arcs from all of that. I'm going to do a little bit of conjecture as well. So I may ruin bits of Season 2 and Season 3 for you if what I'm saying turns out to be 100% true. All right, that being said, let's get on to the video. Now, before we get into today's video, I do want to mention to take everything I say today with a grain of salt and file it under rumor. That's mainly because if something doesn't come officially from Sony or Amazon, we can't take it as being 100% factual. So if they don't release it, if they don't talk about it, and we don't see it on the actual screen, we can't take it as 100% facts. Now, the degree of confidence, what I'm going to say, is fairly high because I do have some other corroborating information from other sources that does kind of go in line with what I was told by this particular source. And this source did work on Season 2 and is working on Season 3 of the show, so I'd have no reason not to trust what they're saying. However, like I said earlier, take it with a grain of salt, file it under rumor. At the very least, this is going to cause some great discussion within the community, and I'm hoping, even though I have a high degree of confidence that this is likely true, I'm hoping, beyond hope, that it is 100% true. So we're talking Season 2 and Season 3 of The Wheel of Time show. Now, there's a couple of different tidbits that this source released, but the first one is the big one. Now, Rafe Judkins has gone on record a couple of different times about Faile. Now, he has said that she will be in the show. They're not going to cut her out of the show, even though she's not exactly a fan favorite character. In fact, there's a large portion of the community that really actively dislikes her and her character. Sort of like Gowan, which is kind of weird. So, my favorite character is Gowan. Second favorite character is 100% Faile. I really love her character. I love the way she's written. I love the dynamic between her and Parent. I love all of that stuff. I think it's very real, very well written, and I enjoy it. Not everybody's cup of tea. I know she's not everybody's favorite character, but she's one of mine. So there's that. So I was pretty excited when I heard this. So we know that Faile is in the show, even though some people were hoping she'd be cut, because Rafe Judkins has mentioned it. We also know that Season 3 will deal with the battle for the Two Rivers, Perrin Goldeneyes. Now, Rafe Judkins has gone on record to say that Season 3 will adapt the larger parts of the Shadow Rising, so we all just kind of assumed that the battle for Two Rivers would be in Season 3, and my source has said 100% a large portion of Season 3 will be the battle for the Two Rivers and the events surrounding Perrin Goldeneyes and Faile and the Two Rivers. Because of that, most of the fandom, myself included, just kind of assume we see Faile be introduced in Season 3. That, coupled with the fact that we have another, well, quite a few big name characters being introduced in Season 2, adding another one didn't really seem to make a whole lot of sense. It'd make more sense to have her introduced in early Season 3. Now, my source has told me that she is in Season 2. She's being introduced in Season 2. Didn't say exactly how big her role was. Didn't say how she would partake in the show, which episode she would show up in, and didn't tell me the actress's name, but did tell me that Faile is 100% being introduced in Season 2, not Season 3. So you'll see her sooner rather than later. Now, I think this is really cool, and does give Perrin and Faile time to build a relationship on screen prior to the events of the Shadow Rising in the Two Rivers, where they get married. So I kind of hope to see them travel together a bit. Kind of hope to see maybe Faile at the Battle of Falma. I think that'd be really, really very neat. We already know Perrin is going to be traveling around and probably in the area for that point in Season 2. So I'm hoping Faile is with him during that whole time. And I'm kind of hoping to see some interactions between Faile and Aviendha, because rumor is that Aviendha will be traveling with Perrin as well. So I think it would be a really neat dynamic to have in Season 2 and build their relationship up to and including maybe actually starting to date a little bit before they get married in Season 3. So it's not just this big hammer of them, oh, all of a sudden they're a couple. People who read the books will understand, but it'd be harder to sell for people who haven't read the books and are just watching the show. Now, this person has said a couple of other things about Season 3, mainly that they're going to start filming within the next 2 months. So they have said that they're geared up, they're ready to start working, and in the next couple of months they will be starting to film Season 3 of The Wheel of Time, which is really very neat. They didn't release a whole lot about it, other than the fact that it will center around the battle for Two Rivers. Perrin Goldeneyes GoldenEye storyline will be there, and that Marcus Rutherford will be almost exclusively be wearing contacts for his time on Season 3, because he is going to be officially pairing golden eyes from basically then on out. For the rest of the show, he will have his golden eyes, so he will have contacts in for the rest of the show. That coupled with the fact that they did have a few things to say about Season 1 that we already kind of knew about. The fact that the last 3 episodes were a little rushed because of COVID, a little rushed because of certain elements they had. They had to cut certain locations, they had to change some things for CG, and that they were not happy with the product that they could put out. They're a little embarrassed by the CG and things that went on in Season 1 at the end of it. So they're hoping that, well, not hoping, they did say that the CG and the polish for Season 2 will be far better than what we've seen in Season 1. So there's that. All right. So I want to hear what you folks think. What do you think about Faile being introduced in Season 2? If this is true, it does change what we think is going to happen in the story, and it does introduce another big-name character. How do you think that they will interact, especially if they have to share screen time with Aviendha and Perrin at the same time? I think Aviendha and Perrin will have sort of a Berlin and Perrin relationship, or it will be something just a little bit different. No one really knows what's going to happen there, but I want to hear your thoughts on it down below. I also want to hear your thoughts on Season 3. What do you expect out of the Battle for Two Rivers in Season 3? I think the White Cloaks will be built up a little more in Season 2. Let's face it, we've seen a lot of them in behind-the-scenes stuff. We've seen a lot of different things with the White Cloaks, so I'm kind of hoping they build their organization. We get to see Amador, we get to see all of that stuff in Season 2, so when they show up in the Two Rivers in Season 3, we really don't like them at all. We know they're not really that great of an organization, if that makes any sense. All right, let me know your thoughts down below. I want to thank you all very much for sticking with me here to the very end, and here's to many more.